If you've ever wondered why your organization has not corrected how you are being read, it's because they don't need to. Because your current read works very well for them. You're stable, you're very trusted, you know how to absorb chaos, you can smooth over dysfunction, and you know how to carry it quietly. And friend, there's a hard reality that they benefit more from you being reliable than you actually rising. So you think that this delay in recognition is some kind of bandwidth issue or that leadership just not has yet noticed you. No, it's not that. You have become critical to continuity, which means it's in the org's best interest to keep you right where you are. And that's because once you recognize your own strategic weight, you'll start asking for more scope, more say, more alignment. That is going to interrupt this quiet dependency that they have built around you being so compliant. They just need to keep you filling in gaps, carrying unclaimed work, and you narrating your leadership as helpful instead of high level. Every time you describe your impact without naming your judgment, every time you soften the role that you're actually playing, you just reinforce the exact positioning that keeps you overlooked. So no, they did not misread you by accident, but they're also not incentivized to read you any higher than you are currently naming yourself. A client once told me, I know I'm the one holding this whole launch together, but they just keep seeing me as this glue. And no, they were not wrong. She was keeping everything falling apart, but they built a whole system around that role never being elevated. So she wasn't seen as essential and promotable. She was seen as essential and fixed. So I want you to ask yourself, who benefits from me staying exactly where I am? What part of my current role will collapse if I stopped over functioning? What story is the org telling about my leadership, and who does that positioning protect? Because if you don't own the actual narrative, someone else will write it in the way that's going to work for them. And the longer that you carry this strategic weight without reframing how that weight is read, the more useful you become to everybody but yourself. Usefulness is not the same as power. It keeps you needed, but it's not keeping you named in the right rooms. And until you reposition what your presence actually means, you'll keep being the person that they rely on, but never the one they resource.